Recently, I've noticed an increase in reports about cold cases, sometimes those from decades ago, being solved due to advances in DNA technology. In this video, we will dive into 3 cold cases from different parts of the world that were finally solved, thanks to the determination of law enforcement, the victims' families, and of course, DNA evidence. March 21, 1977, started like any other day at McKinley High School in Honolulu, Hawaii. But by the end of that morning, the school was in shock, and a family was shattered forever. 16-year-old sophomore Dawn Momohara, a vibrant young woman with her whole life ahead of her, had been brutally murdered on the 2nd floor of a school building. The case would remain unsolved for nearly half a century until a groundbreaking breakthrough brought long-awaited answers. Dawn Momohara was described by friends and family as kind, bright, and full of potential. She was the middle child in a tight-knit family, known for her love of dancing and spending time with friends. That Monday morning, she told her mother she had plans to meet friends at Ala Moana Shopping Center, a popular hangout spot in Honolulu, but Dawn never made it to the mall. Instead, her lifeless body was discovered in a 2nd-floor room at McKinley High School. Dawn was found partially clothed, with an orange cloth wrapped tightly around her neck. The coroner later confirmed she had been SA'd and strangled to death. The brutal nature of the crime shocked the community, and questions immediately arose. Who would do this, and why? Honolulu police quickly launched an investigation, interviewing students, faculty, and community members. Witnesses reported seeing a suspicious man near the campus, and police released a composite sketch. Additionally, a vehicle, a 1974 or 1975 Pontiac Le Mans with a maroon body and a white vinyl roof, was linked to the crime. Despite these leads, no arrests were made. For years, Dawn's family held on to hope that her killer would be brought to justice. But as time passed, the case grew cold. The 1970s lacked the forensic technology we take for granted today. DNA evidence was collected but couldn't be properly analyzed, leaving detectives with little to go on. Dawn's case became another tragic, unsolved mystery. In 2019, over 40 years after Dawn's murder, a cold case unit at the Honolulu Police Department revisited the case. Armed with advancements in DNA technology, investigators decided to re-examine the evidence collected at the crime scene, including the orange cloth used to strangle Dawn and her clothing. They discovered a crucial DNA profile belonging to an unidentified male. That DNA profile was uploaded to national databases, but no immediate match was found. Then came a breakthrough. Using genetic genealogy, a technique that analyzes DNA in public databases to trace family trees, investigators identified 2 potential suspects, William and Gideon Castro. Both brothers had attended McKinley High School in the 1970s. Gideon, in particular, had graduated in 1976, just a year before Dawn's murder. Gideon had reportedly met Dawn at a school dance in 1976, sparking suspicions that he may have targeted her afterward. Investigators obtained DNA samples from the children of both brothers, hoping to narrow their focus. By late 2023, they ruled out William Castro as a suspect. DNA from Gideon Castro's son, however, provided the evidence they needed. It directly linked Gideon to the crime scene. On January 21, 2025, authorities arrested 66-year-old Gideon Castro at a nursing home in Utah, where he had been living. After decades of evading justice, the man responsible for Dawn's death was finally in custody. It was a bittersweet moment for Dawn's family, who had spent nearly 50 years waiting for answers. The arrest of Gideon Castro brings long-awaited closure to a case that haunted Honolulu for nearly 5 decades. It's a testament to the power of modern forensic science and the determination of law enforcement to pursue justice, no matter how much time has passed. Dawn Momohara's life was tragically cut short, but her memory lives on, reminding us that justice is always worth fighting for. On August 28, 1988, The tranquil waters of the Puyallup River concealed a dark secret. Fishermen near Sumner, Washington, discovered the lifeless body of 18-year-old Tracy Whitney, setting off a decades-long quest for justice. Tracy Whitney was a vibrant young woman, known for her bright smile and aspirations for the future. That fateful day, she was last seen at a Burger King in Federal Way, following an argument with friends. Less than 24 hours later, her nude body was found at the confluence of the Puyallup and White Rivers. An autopsy revealed that Tracy had suffered asphyxia due to strangulation and probable smothering. Evidence suggested she had been SA'd, and her death was ruled a homicide. Detectives collected DNA samples from the scene, hoping for a breakthrough. Investigators interviewed everyone who knew or had dated Tracy, meticulously gathering information. Despite their efforts, the case grew cold as leads dwindled, and the trail went silent. In 2005, the suspect's DNA was submitted to the Combined DNA Index System, CODIS, but no matches were found. The case remained unsolved, leaving Tracy's family in anguish. Decades later, advancements in DNA technology offered new hope. In 2022, with a grant from the Washington State Attorney General's office, the cold case detective sergeant submitted the DNA for genetic genealogy analysis. This innovative approach led investigators to John Guillot Jr. Tragically, Guillot had died just weeks before being identified. To confirm his involvement, detectives obtained a DNA sample from Guillot's biological son, which matched the suspect's DNA from the crime scene. Detectives found no known connections between Tracy and Guillot, leading them to conclude that this was a random abduction, SA, and murder. On December 1st, 2024, the Pierce County Sheriff's Department announced the resolution of Tracy Whitney's case, bringing closure to a 36-year-old mystery. While justice was delayed, the memory of Tracy Whitney endures. This case underscores the relentless dedication of law enforcement and the power of modern forensic science in uncovering the truth, no matter how much time has passed. June 28, 1967, began like any other day on Britannia Road in Easton, Bristol. However, the discovery of 75-year-old Louisa Dunn's lifeless body by a neighbor would mark the start of a mystery that would span nearly 6 decades. Louisa Dunne was a well-known figure in her community. Twice widowed, she had been married to Teddy Parker, a city councilor, and was expected to become the city's mayoress until his untimely death. She later remarried John Dunn, a night watchman, but was widowed again, leading her to live a more reclusive life. On that fateful day, a neighbor found Louisa on the floor of her living room. She had been strangled. The cause of death was recorded as strangulation and asphyxiation. Despite the collection of evidence, including a palm print near an open window, the case went cold, leaving the community in fear and her family without answers. For decades, the case remained unsolved. Then, in 2023, Avon and Somerset police re-examined the case, utilizing advancements in forensic technology. This review led to a significant breakthrough. In November 2024, 92-year-old Ryland Headley from Ipswich was arrested and subsequently charged with murder of Louisa Dunne. At the time of the crime, Headley was in his 30s. He appeared before Bristol Magistrates Court via video link, marking a pivotal moment in this decades-old case. Detective Inspector Dave Marchant of Avon and Somerset Police emphasized the importance of a fair trial and cautioned against speculation. He stated, "This is a significant development in an investigation that has spanned nearly 60 years. Our thoughts are with Louisa's family as they receive this news." While justice was delayed, the memory of Louisa Dunne endures. This case underscores the relentless dedication of law enforcement and the power of modern forensic science in uncovering the truth, no matter how much time has passed. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, The Midnight Files. I have a lot of videos for you to binge, from true crime deep dives like this to mysterious unexplained events and more. Until next time, please stay safe out there and as always, stay curious.